get back into it here. Oh, my ribs.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Okay, let's get into our smoke and mirror segment here. And yeah, let's what we were just saying, like when we started back here. Let's get into some of these things that are Naya Rivera, RIP Naya Rivera, one of the Glee stars or former Glee star. There was the report.
Tragic.
Yeah, the report went out that she was on a boat with her 4-year-old son, and from what they're saying, from what the police reports and all that said is that the kid explained that his mom went into the water, I guess to save him, got him on the boat, and then she disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So R.I.P. to her.
So they recovered her body though.
Yeah,
they did. Did you see her dad jumped in the water to try to find her?
No, where was this?
It was earlier this week. It was on. I seen it on Twitter. Her dad jumped in the water. He was like swimming, trying to find her. And they were like, a lot of people are like, he's crazy for doing that. He shouldn't have done it. But I was like, you can't tell somebody that they can't go look for their own child. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Facts.
Like you got your grandson and you're like, where's my daughter type of thing. I'm going to go find her. That's the last place she was. Well, I'm going to go find her because nobody else seems to be able to find her, right? But like there's a lot of people that were like saying a lot of like negative things and that he shouldn't have done it. But obviously there's always more people to support it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Can't tell people how to grieve.
Cut you. And we're even saying negative things about just her situation, like, just the situation sticky, how it happened. I'm just like, bro, how do you even, like, who cares, bro? Like,
your son fell off. I'm like, it does, like, when you think about it, if the little boy is saying, I fell, my mom put me back in the boat, and then she was gone, bro.
That's a 4-year-old that has to deal with that.
He's sensitive.
He's traumatized. Yeah.
They're insensitive. They're desensitized, you know?
And to me, it's crazy, too, because, like, I feel like this is something that's been going on a lot too, because remember a couple of months ago, the wrestler, he died from saving his son. I don't know what happened with that situation too. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, be careful in the water, B.
Water's unpredictable, right? But even what you're saying, Frankie, people are desensitized because I was watching CP24. This is where I caught the report from, and you know everybody else followed up. But they mentioned that she is one of the 3 people from the Glee cast who has died under 30 years old. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting fact. But why are you telling me this?
Because it's a stupid fact and people need stupid facts.
Yeah.
That's like a thing.
No, but are they trying to build a conspiracy by throwing that in there?
That don't sound like a conspiracy to you?
It kind of does.
Little bit.
But I'm saying it's just like, are they saying that there's a conspiracy happening?
I'm just saying, does it not sound like a conspiracy? It don't look good.
It's an eerie coincidence that, you know, so many different people from that show that are connected to that one thing died at a certain age, right?
Yeah.
Not even just that, it's the way they died too. I believe one died from like suicide too, right? No?
And I think there was another accident for the other one. I'm not 100%
sure.
So
it's like
there's an accident for 2 and then suicide for another. Like, it sounds like that movie. Remember that movie?
Final Destination?
I was thinking that one, Final Destination.
I think it was that.
Where people were just
that was
randomly
when people were dying on the
dying.
roller coaster and just randomly
dying in the airplane and whatever else.
I didn't like that movie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's kind of freaky. It make you scared of everything.
Yeah, even at the end.
That was probably the point.
Right at the end, somebody just died right in the, like, got hit by a bus. I'm like, oh, man.
So can you continue? That's how they continue it for the next movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, isn't it over?
There's a girl there. I think there's a scene where a girl, she's like taking a bath or something and her iron just falls into the bathtub and it's like...
Really?
Just for real? You just have your iron plugged in way out there? Over the tub? Why?
Yeah, man. You know, they do like, it's added on the edge of the sink, you know?
Yeah, just like what?
Just in
That's
case.
a non-melanated thing.
Oh, shit.
Where's my more fire?
Oh, shoot.
Herc
said you need more vitamin D. Just saying.
There was one more thing that you mentioned.
mentioned.
Yeah, definitely R.I.P. And condolences to that little boy. You know what I'm saying? He's
condolences to the little
traumatized.
boy.
Yeah, traumatized, man. I'm so sorry.
That was her son?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last thing she did. She saved him, and then she couldn't.
And also,
He
some
just
of her
moved.
Instagram tweets and stuff like that, her posts and stuff like that were like a little cryptic too. Before she passed, they were saying there's so much. She's under the water, but she's like, as long as I have my son, I'm still breathing, and this is weird. There's some eerie shit.
Tell me it. People, when they're about to die. I don't know, man. They be saying things, and then you're a real asshole. Next topic, you and just come play X-Files.
With a little Rick Ross.
There was one thing also that you mentioned there about Mr. West. Mr. West, Mr. West, Mr. West. Yeah.
Okay, so the other day we were just talking about that. Remember, I asked you guys, this is a real thing. This is for real. This is a for real thing.
No.
You guys told me, yes, this is a for real thing. And then I was sitting at my desk today, and the lady on the radio said, he's not in the race anymore. We were joking.
Distraction tactic, like I said from day one. It's a distraction.
It was like
he couldn't.
He was saying that he was going to run for president, and then he came out and said, nah. Or his spokesperson came out and said, nah, we're not doing it.
Because they didn't have enough time to get the right stuff in place to do it. Like, it was just an idiot thing. He can't, he does this. I don't know, man.
You know what happened? You know why he's not running no more?
Don't say nothing about the succubus. Leave her.
He's in the sunken place, eh? He's in the sunken place.
Yo, she just stir her wine glass.
He didn't box a cup away from the lady, eh? He didn't box a cup away.
Yeah. That's all that's happening. She stirred the wine glass.
What? She wanted to be the first lady. Behave yourself.
That
She wanted
been
to do that. She changed the whole game in clothing.
The way that
Pardon
the
me?
election goes, the way that the election goes, there's a primary, right? The primary is when like the first group of people try to apply for position.
Yes.
And then the final piece is when the two people from the different parties, Democrat or Republican, have been, I guess, they weeded out everyone else, right?
Right.
So in that case, didn't the primary already pass by the time Kanye said that he's gonna run for president?
Yes, but he can apply as an independent. That's why he's able to just kind of like interject his way into the
the birthday party.
You know how much
you have the bag for it. That's the thing. Like you have the bag to do it. So the fact that you
expensive, though.
Yeah,
but the fact that you said you were gonna do it and then you didn't fulfill it, those are the things that I don't like. I'm like, listen, like Kanye, come on. I was like, I get it. If you say you're gonna do it and you put it out there publicly, try it. Just like try a thing and see if it works.
But
don't be like 2 weeks later, I'm not doing it.
It's a
I don't
distraction.
think he could, though. I honestly don't think he could, because what I kept hearing is he just didn't apply on time. Like everything was just didn't make sense for him to even say that he was going to do it, because it just didn't make sense. That's not how you do it. You need time. You need to set up your the political parties and your campaigns and all that BS. So it's like, just like everybody said, it's a distraction. Eric said it was a distraction. That's all it was. They needed something to get off of everything in Black Lives Matter and all that stuff. It wasn't big enough, so they just went to Will and Jada.
Distraction.
Like, on to the next day. What we need a bigger. You're not big enough, Kanye.
Distraction. News cycle, man. Distraction, man.
Yeah, sure. I think he just had a streamline of consciousness, like he calls them or whatever. He said this is what he wanted to do. He announced it on his huge platform, and then he just went back to like, nah, actually, I don't want to do that. So what was that song in the studio?
But is Kanye West any better than Trump? Like, come on, man. Like, is Kanye West going to be any better than Trump as a president of America?
Same difference.
Nah, that's his puppet.
Yeah, like, come on.
Oh, wow.
First things first, it's like this. Give the man his 8 years so we're done with him. I'm going to keep saying it. Because
he shouldn't even have had 8 years.
But yeah, hear what? But if he doesn't have 8 years, if the man if he doesn't win, he can run again.
No, he can't. That's the thing. If he doesn't win, if he loses this time, he's gone.
We confirmed it. We confirmed that.
He has to go rest himself. And plus,
I was high last week. I was passed out 3 times on that episode.
We confirmed, but this is something that is confirmed. Like, it's confirmed that if you lose after your 4 years, you can't reapply for president. Are you guys sure? Like,
yeah. It's sure. Once you run for president, if they knock you out for the next term, you can't come. You can't double back like
So
4
what
years
if
later
he
and be
drops
like,
out? What if he drops out right now and says, you know what, I'm dropping out of the race, whatever.
You're done.
Biden's gonna win.
You're done.
yeah.
So then
Or they'll have to
Biden-
elect.
If he drops out, right now,
he's
if
still
Donald
president.
Trump says no. If Donald Trump says he doesn't want to be president anymore, the vice president
vice
is
president.
the president until the
Yeah.
next election.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if
But
he
no, but
decides
if he drops
to
out
run,
of the race,
if
But
the
if he
vice,
drops out of the race,
The
So what if
crazy
he's
thing though,
no,
other
but
than
if
really
he,
racism.
Huh?
Seriously.
if he drops out of the race, right, his vice president would be the president, but in the his vice president would be the one that they're running against instead,
okay.
right?
It wouldn't be the vice president that they're running against. They'd have to find a new candidate to represent that
A
person.
new
Yeah.
Republican candidate, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily have to use. They don't have to. They'll use the. You see, whoever lost to Donald Trump to be the front runner.
Republican. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That person would be the next person that would be running for president.
Right. Unless
is that
homeboy, the vice president, says, you know what? Screw this.
I'm running against you.
I want
type
this.
thing.
I want the title.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want it by default. I want it for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? But
New boss, same owners. Just know that.
facts. All a bunch of racist white people. And sorry, YouTube, don't come for me.
But that's the only. But
Non-melanated
on
people.
that, but yeah, other than that though, he kind of is making America better. Other than racism, like he has made the racism out there, but if you have looked at like the economy and stuff, like whether it's an inside thing, I don't know. But
Before COVID, the economy was doing well. You're right.
Yeah. During the COVID,
Yeah. Now,
yeah.
and that's why he's not going to win again, because now the economy is shit. But the economy you can't gauge how good a president is based on the economy. I mean, that's only what, you know what I mean? I guess that's what rich people do. You know what I mean? But like people, common people like us, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say common. That's the wrong description. But like people that are not in that elite group of rich people, right? We can't judge a president based on how well he does in the economy, because that's not going to change our lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
It only helps the top 10%. This quick thing I want to mention here, and I just want to mention it quick fast before we get to another story I think we're going to spend some more time on. There's a memorial that's going to be going on this Saturday, July 25th at High Park. Memorial for Regis Kochiski Paquette. Right? It's going to be outside of the apartment where she passed away at, or where she died at, okay? I don't want to throw any allegations
Where the
or whatever.
accident happened.
Exactly, right? It's going to be organized by Black Lives Matter, so there's going to be a memorial, and then after they're going to do a walk, okay? So that's July 25th, so coming up this Saturday, or a couple Saturdays from now, all right?